He say, she say, we say, I say, hearing out them points of views when I see it my way. Yes it goes, yes it knows, maybe so's, probably not, shoulds and coulds, do's and don'ts, your woulds and won'ts is how you rock. Politicians and religions, own your house or are you renting? Is you married, is you single, meta interest when you mingle, turn out to be someone you into, so how long before the bed get wrinkled? Children when they tripping, is it time out or do you whip them? Opinions and decisions, hunches, intuitions, may or may not get it, cause people's experience different. Check the prejudice at the door, speak the time, you give the flow, tell the truth if it's sweet or sour, cause the hour we spitting that fire.
Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? I got some sleep last night, y'all. I'm all refreshed. After this, I'm gonna go get me some breakfast or whatever. It's raining outside. You would think I would stay in the bed in this rain. I love to stay in the bed when it's raining. And I used to like to watch Lifetime movies. But since the Surviving R. Kelly, you know, I don't like the way they did. I don't like the way they do us, you know, or whatever. I'm trying to get this microphone together. Y'all all right? My nose is still irritating me. It was irritating me all last night. Y'all remember my nose was red? Y'all, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, Voshana, Denitra, Troki. Oh, Mr. 444, what's going on? Nakia, Charles, Denitra, Priscilla, Mimi, Monet. Oh, my God, Galatians, Beyond, Rose, Sean, Brenda. Okay, Kitty, Darlene. All right, what's going on? Jersey, Angela. Oh, my goodness. Lori, okay, Darlene. Let me see. Oh, Infamous Sylvia, what's going on? Make sure y'all check her out. Beyond. All right, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Trina Tina, hey, I'm in here. Mimi, Max Blazer, come out the bushes, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like buttons, please. Make sure y'all hit the like buttons. Monet, that's what I'm talking about. Make sure y'all come on in, Darlene, and hit the like button. That's what y'all do. Hit the like button for Spittinfire. That's what's going on. Hey, Cold World, what's going on? It's a cold world. Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad you sub, baby. We family over here, and we yours too, babe. Let me see. XOXO, Monica, what's going on? What's going on? Because we all we have. We all we got, okay? But y'all, did not tell y'all. Y'all know when I put my hand on my hips and my head to the side, y'all know I'm serious. Did not tell you that as soon as R. Kelly get found guilty, I told y'all about 5 weeks ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5, 5, 5. 5 weeks ago, I was on my thread and I sat up there and I count back when I said this. I said this 5 weeks ago when the trial was beginning. And I said, if R. Kelly gets found guilty, it's going to be so many people screaming, free R. Kelly, like they did Bill Cosby. Didn't say shit all while the trial was here. Didn't say shit. But as soon as the trial is over, he gets found guilty. Not everybody on there talking about hashtag free R. Kelly. They said that Twitter was lit up about free R. Kelly. That's what they said. That's what the word on the street is. You know, I don't have a Twitter account. They keep kicking me off. I wonder why. You know, y'all know I'm good. Y'all know I'm good. Y'all know I don't do no wrong. Why they keep kicking me up? Yeah, start a petition for me and tell them to put me back on Twitter and quit kicking me off the damn Twitter. If they wouldn't say shit stupid, I wouldn't have to cuss their asses out on Twitter. And then next thing you know, Twitter be like, suspended. I was like, I don't even know how to work y'all damn site that much. And when I was brand new, y'all suspended me. I had Twitter for 5 minutes and I was suspended, y'all. I ain't lying. Ask Blockbender. I had Twitter for 5 minutes. And he was like, how the hell you get suspended? And I'm walking you through how to get a Twitter and tweet. How you get suspended already? I said, because they saying shit to fuck with me. They fucking with me, so I had to cuss their asses out. And he was just like, he just shook his head like, but that's how I was in school. I was getting kicked out of school since kindergarten, y'all. Since kindergarten. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I am not lying. My daughter ain't nothing like me. I was getting kicked out of school since kindergarten. Honest to God, my mother was coming up to the school since kindergarten. The teacher told my mom something wrong with this child. Something wrong with this child. It wasn't nothing wrong with me. What happened was, and I'm standing on that, okay, because just in case this guy come back and try to sue me, because you know they don't give a damn about the length of time. You know, I was only 5, okay? I know people coming back suing and shit like that. But to the young man, you know your ass was wrong. Okay, what happened was, I was a sweet little girl. I had the 2 long ponytails. They was thick, you know, looked like big old doodoo, just 2 long ponytails. And we had ribbons back in those days. So we didn't have barrettes. We had ribbons. And they was the cotton ribbons. And I had ribbons and everything. And I was, believe it or not, I was real skinny. And my hair was too long and too big for my body. And back in those days, we didn't have designer stuff, okay, like these kids have today. You know, I had on my corduroys, and I had on my, I remember like yesterday, I had on my turtleneck with the turtles all in it. You remember the white turtlenecks with the turtles all in it? And then I had on my brown corduroys, the ones when you walk, you hear the noise. I had them on, and I had on my Buster Browns, right? So I was cute because, you know, back then in those days, your mama rubs you down with Vaseline and you know how you stiff and shit because it'd be cold outside, right? So my mama rubbed me down with some Vaseline during that time. And you know how you can't move. You like, God, you know, you ain't thinking like, have anybody invented lotion for black people? Like, why is our mothers rubbing us down with this thick ass petroleum jelly? Okay, talk about some. You need to stay. You know, you had to wear the petroleum jelly. You had to wear them long johns, and you had to wear the turtleneck with the corduroys, and then you had a coat scarf. You had everything. Girl, I'm surprised we could even walk to school with all that bullshit on. I know it was winter, but damn, you talking about an Eskimo. Anyway, we sat up there and we had back in those days it was cold. Winter came early and lasted a long time. And we had a party, right? We had a party at school, and I was out there waiting on my grandmama to pick me up. So I had all this candy, right? And this little boy, you know, he was one of them old, you know how you had them little nappy-headed kids in the neighborhood where they mamas and them neglected them a little bit? You know, like it's cold outside. He got a jacket on, his clothes raggedy. You know, he got snot in his nose and always trying to fight some damn body. He was one of them type of boys. Didn't get his hair done, hair nappy. Like the mama ain't never knew what a barbershop was, okay? And I remember I was standing out there waiting. And remember when you in the kindergarten, everything you draw, you ain't have a book bag. Well, you did, but you had bullshit in it. Because everything you drew and all the glitter you put on your little paper and the construction paper, and you standing out there with your stuff, and the teacher out there waiting for the parents to come pick them up. And I'm standing out there with my grandmama, and I had my big old candy, and I had my Christmas tree, okay, that I made with the glitter and everything. I remember like it was yesterday, y'all. He beat me up and took my candy. Now, what the hell he do that for? And the reason why he beat me up, y'all, because I ain't see it coming. I was just a sweet, just like, I got my candy. I was having a good time. It was finna be Christmas. Yeah, he did that. So, we got back off Christmas break. I'm still mad. Now, you know, when you in the kindergarten, you sit on the floor with your legs crossed, right? And you look up at the teacher. So we didn't have desks in the kindergarten. You had desks when you got to the first grade. So you had to sit on the floor. You know what I mean? Because we still took naps and stuff. So you had to sit on the floor. And I was sitting on the floor. So we had those scissors, the plastic scissors, and they cut, and you know how you have to cut and all this and that. So they had those plastic scissors, right? And one was a little bit sharper on the end, right? So she's sitting up there reading us a story. And all I kept doing was looking at this motherfucker because he took my candy the last day of school. Now, this is about 2 weeks later, okay? Because we was out of school. Back in them days, you was out of school 2 whole goddamn weeks, okay? So we was out of school 2 weeks, and I'm standing there, you know what I'm saying? I had on my red corduroys this time because I had got some school clothes. I mean, some clothes for Christmas. So I don't understand. Wait a minute, I don't understand why y'all give kids clothes for Christmas. We don't want that shit. I wanted some toys. But anyway, so I'm sitting up down there with my legs crossed, and she's sitting up there reading. So when she say, take your seats on the floor, I sit next to the table because I kept looking at that motherfucker all morning because I wouldn't say nothing to him. And he was like, what you looking at with your ugly, stupid self? That's what he said to me. And motherfucker, he already took my candy, right? So I kept looking at him with my ponytails and everything. I kept looking at him. And that motherfucker said, I should cut off one of your ponytails because it was long. I told you that, and you know how it was all thick in the middle? For some reason, they did not believe in pressing. And when you did get your hair pressed, it was one time. And that was going to last 2 months. And then you get it pressed again. And I don't know. It wasn't like as frequent as we do today. That motherfucker said he was going to, I'm already pissed. Right? And that motherfucker said he was going to sit up, that little motherfucker said he was going to sit up there and cut off my ponytail. Y'all, I took them goddamn scissors while she was damn reading. I said, you motherfucker. She dropped the book. And I started chasing that motherfucker all up the hall with the scissors. He was crying and she was chasing me. I was chasing his ass, honest to God. Y'all, I got kicked out of school. I got kicked out of school for 30 days. And so I was, my mama whooped me, right? So I was her uncle's baby, right? My uncle was my best friend. I was her uncle's baby. And my uncle was the type, he dead and gone, God bless his soul. But he was like, shit, he shouldn't have been fucking with her. That's what she's supposed to do, goddamn it. Goddamn, that's what she's supposed to do. So he talked about my mama named Zena. Zena, what the hell? You want somebody to sit up there and fuck with her? You want somebody to sit up there and fuck with her, Zena? I remember he had on this big ass bell-bottom pants, and he had the leather jacket on with the wide sleeve. And my uncle had a lot of jewelry and shit, y'all. He had a lot of jewelry and shit, and he thought he was a pimp, y'all. He had the feather in the hat tipped to the side because he had a van and shit. So he gets out his van, right? Because that's when a nigga had a van, he was the shit in the 70s, right? So he had a goddamn van. That motherfucker had curtains in it and shit and everything. They call them Sprinters today, but we had vans, honey. That motherfucker had curtains in it and shit and all kinds of stuff. He had goddamn some fake ass jewelry in the damn window. But anyway, so he sit up there calm with his toothpick in his mouth because I called him, right? I was like, I got a whooping. He beat me up and took my candy and all this and that. Man, my uncle came over there and was like, let me tell you something. Told my mama, you don't be goddamn touching her. Shit, that motherfucker should have been touching her and taking her goddamn candy. The fuck? Shit, I'm gonna go up there and kick his little motherfucking ass. Goddamn it. Don't be goddamn touching her, Zena. She supposed to take up for her goddamn son. And then he told me, let me tell you something. Your mama whoop your ass again, me and her gonna get into it. The next time that motherfucker touch you, you stab that motherfucker. My mama's like, you don't tell that girl no shit like that. You don't tell that girl. Man, shit, I took after my uncle. I'm telling you, I was fighting ever since. I was fighting ever since. My mom be like, you did this shit. You the one who need to be going up to the goddamn school and all that kind of shit. Man, this shit was crazy. But anyway, I'm telling you. So I said that to say, motherfuckers, you can't be fucking with people. You can't be fucking with people. Anyway, what I was saying it was, now they thinking R. Kelly is all of this, right? And he was convicted. But we know the trial was railroaded in our face, right? It was railroaded in our face, right? How you have some goddamn people on the stand lying, getting caught in the lie that they told the government We ain't got the transcripts. That's the problem. What they made a mistake was, and the reason why I believe it's gonna be overturned. And I said that even before the verdict that it was gonna get overturned. I had a feeling because they wanted to make an example. And I don't even think they care if it get overturned. I think that they feel that they did what they wanted to do, and they want the higher courts to do it, and they want people to be mad at the higher courts instead of being mad at them. And I was like, oh wow. So they said Twitter was trending saying free R. Kelly. Okay, they said that Twitter was trending saying free R. Kelly. I told you guys yesterday that the streaming sites with his music is up. It's skyrocketed again, right? It's been skyrocketed. Not only has it skyrocketed, but it has been holding. So it went all the way up and is holding since his the verdict. And so Surviving R. Kelly producers, this bitch had the nerve to talk. First, you said you didn't know that it was going to lead to arrest. Then you said you didn't know about Charlemagne the guy. Then you said all these type of things. You forgot you had a predator in your documentaries talking about somebody who wasn't even proven to be a predator. And to me, they still hadn't proved it. I'm just not going to own that conviction. You know, he's in jail. It wasn't a fair trial. The thing when I say that it has to be proven in court, it has to be proven. It can't be flaws like the judge changing the language of a charge in the middle of the trial. No, you can't do shit like that. That's a mistrial. You know what I'm saying? The appellate court should overturn it, but they normally hold what the lower court do, but the Supreme Court will overturn it. You can't do that. You can't change the charge in the middle of a trial. You have to do that beforehand. Matter of fact, you had to do that before the trial even began. Because the defense have a right to a proper representation. And even if Canning only had a couple months, he still have to know what the language of the charges is going to be, because that's what he's presenting his defense on. If you say, well, we want to change the language in the middle of it, that's not giving him a proper fight. That's one of them. It's many things. And I've always told y'all, a judge is never supposed to side one way. Since I told you guys in 2019 when they was putting these motions in and she kept denying it. You're supposed to give and take and let the evidence weigh heavy on what side of the law is supposed to be. I told you guys that, and that's the law. Okay, so since then, she has been siding with the prosecutor. So the scale is tilted one way. And when we talk about injustice, we see a scale, okay? We see a scale. And the scale is supposed to, it's supposed to start off even before the trial and everything began. It's supposed to start off even. But the thing of it is that, and sometimes the way of the evidence is supposed to weigh the scale. And whoever holding the scale, which is supposed to be the judge in this case, she's supposed to be blind, okay? She's supposed to be blind. So this is the scale, right? So let's talk about this. This is the scale right here. So you have this symbol in the middle, and this is the court, and this is the judge, and everything else. You have the prosecutor on one side. You have the defense on the other, okay? So this is it, okay? This is the government on one side. This is defense on the other side, right? So we have what's called evidence, okay? We have what's called evidence. We have what's called witnesses, okay? And witnesses can be on both sides of the scale and everything else. And you're supposed to be able to debunk it. So it's like this. The prosecutor dump everything that they have on you, right? So they can sit up there and dump what they have on you, right? Or whatever. And you will have something like this. Now, this here is what R. Kelly was facing, okay? If you see this scale, the white scale, it's to one side, okay? That is injustice, okay? Or that is what they say in the verdict is, one of the two, right? But if She put everything and gave them everything to have this scale this way. That's injustice. You understand? And this is supposed to this is supposed to be the amount of evidence that they had, the amount of witnesses that they had, and then so it weighed in on them. But before then, when they be put before the verdict and the trial began, it's supposed to be even. And she's supposed to, and when she's sitting up there give and take, she's supposed to make sure it stays this way. The trial's supposed to begin in the brown. So that means any evidence that they have, any witnesses that they have, she's supposed to allow it or whatever. So when they put motions in, she's supposed to say, okay, I'm going to grant you this, I'm going to grant you that. Then they say this, and they be like, okay, I'm going to grant you this, and I'm not going to grant that. And then she said, okay, I'm going to grant this, and I'm not going to grant that. But what she kept doing was denying the defense and kept granting the prosecution, which caused this scale in the white. Okay? This scale in the white. And even though this scale in the white is really injustice, okay, or it's really just a pound of evidence, well, we know that that's not it, okay? That's not it. So this is what injustice looks like. When you before the court trial begins, even with the evidence, it's supposed to be brown. It's supposed to be brown. She's supposed to make sure that everybody had an even scale. But instead, it started off white. It started off white, and then they pound on everything that they had on top and made the scale one-sided. And that there is injustice. Because you can't do that. You have to weigh in. You know what I mean? Then she said in the trial, during the trial, that she was going to, there was some inconsistencies in Jane Doe 5 testimony. She was going to sit up there and rule if, if it was credible or not, or whatever the word is, I forgot, but she was going to rule on it. Well, we never gotten that. She changed the language of that he could be a one-man enterprise. Can't do that. You got other people charging. You know what I mean? This is why I told people it doesn't matter if you think he's innocent or guilty. You want him to have a fair trial, and this trial was not fair. And I'm not saying it because I want him to be free or innocent. It's not that, because I don't know. But what I can tell you is I want a black man to be fair. And when she did what she did in front of the whole world, it's a problem. So what I want you guys to do, someone who, and I don't mean to disrespect any one of you, but someone who can write well, someone who can pronunciate words well, someone who knows where to put a period, because I don't. I was not good in English. I was a B- C+ in English, okay? I was not good. That was not my strong point, okay? I'm to keep it in the buck. You can be smart as hell, but everybody have weaknesses. And my weakness is English. You know, I never literature, language arts and stuff like that. I just never was good at that. So, back to her. So someone needs to write to change the law, right? So we got a petition out there with the Mann Act, and I meant to sign it. I'm going to definitely sign it. I ain't forgot about it. But what I think that we should do, and what this is we have these women liberations movement, and they infiltrating our courts. So the court system, whether it's state or federal, like Ann Donnelly, now not the appellate court and not the Supreme Court, but the court like this, where she's appointed. I want one of you, somebody out there, because I don't want to hog up everything. I want to include you guys in this fight against injustice. I'm not going to do all the petitions. But if one of you can research and write a petition and write Congress, we need to change the laws about appointees, judges, appointees. Because when a judge is appointed, they can be there for whenever. But when they are elected in, and they don't do what they're supposed to do. Well, when we go to the polls, we are responsible for who stays on the bench and who's not. And we need to keep that power as the people. Because what happens is you're going to have stuff like this. You're going to have stuff like this. Because if she was elected in instead of appointed in, she wouldn't have been this unjust. Not when an election can be on the line and she can get off the bench. So we need to stop. We the people need to stop these appointees when it comes to the state and her level. Okay? The appellate court and Supreme Court, they can stand still because you at a certain level of justice at that point. But at the level she's on and the level that Bill Cosby, judge, was on, they need to be elected in. We need to stop presidents appointing that. And I think that we should write that and put that on the ballot for the next election. You get what I'm saying? Sorry, you shouldn't say if I one of you, because one of them could. It's not good to put everything out there. Well, no, I'm talking about us. It's gonna be a benefit to everybody. You know what I mean? So they can put whatever they put whatever they want to put out there anyway. They wanted this man in jail, they got him. But somebody got to put it out there. Because we're going to find a lot of injustices in this world. Not just him, but injustices. We're going to find a lot of it. And it's everybody. It can't be just him. It can't be just R. Kelly. It can't be just this side. It's everyone, even the ops. They go through some injustices too. We need to make sure, because I really am filtered on what I say. But this has to be said. Some things have to be said, because if you don't say it, then people won't do it. And we can't always worry about what the other side going to do. They're going to do what they want to do anyway. And there's going to be an argument. It's going to be an argument to keep it the way it is anyway, because that's their right to argue. You see what I'm saying? So we need to take back some power, people, because we're losing it. We're losing the power. Good morning. We're losing the power to have a say in our courts. And these organizations and people of power are keeping the power. And yes, Gwendolyn, yes, Obama appointed her. And this is why we need to make sure that we don't have any president appoint at that level. Because what that would do is that would make sure that justice is served a little bit more. They will try to get around it, and they probably will. But we need to make it stiffer. We need to stop and put in place to stop appointing these justices on this level. They need to be elected. They need to be elected. We need to make sure that we stick with that. That's one of the main things that we need to do. You know, you can't help anybody if, if it's just off of them. Sometimes they got to benefit everybody as a whole. We will be effective in the fight on judges to approach Biden or Black Caucus. Yeah, that's true. So this is one of the things that I wanted to tell you guys, to pay attention to stuff like that. Okay. So it happens all the time. It happens all the time where we have some injustices going on. And if you are elected in, and your status can determine what the work that you have done, then the people can take the power back. We need a lot more elected officials, and not the ones that are appointed. I don't want the appointed stuff. Yeah. Because if we voted for them and we make a mistake, we can always correct it. That gives us the power. Like if you vote for somebody that was racist or something and you didn't know it and then show, and then next thing you know, good morning, Leah, Ms. Leo, Alfonso, good morning. Then, okay, it's going to get free in the Supreme Court. I already know he's going. It was wrong inside the law. Yeah. And see, it's gonna be all the way there. They want him there and stuff like that. It was unjust. And then book deals coming out and all these things coming out. And they let these women do that. Now, one of the things you can do as a people is to make sure you do not support these people that's writing these books. Okay. You cannot support that. One of the things that you can do, well, I'm not going to say that yet. I'm not going to tell you guys that yet because I don't want that. But they supposed to have book deals. You can contact the companies, the publishing companies, because it's still a controversial subject, regardless of what he found guilty of. We see the injustices, okay, it happened in our face. We can't ignore it. So that's not going to stop any. You can definitely put a damper on sales and stuff. You're not going to profit off lying on this man. You're not going to do that. And we're not going to allow you to. So we're going to find out, and they can get these sales and everything. We're going to let them know, the publishings know, and things like that. That you can pay her a big lump sum if you want to. We're going to make sure you don't get that money in return. So it is what it is, because we got to make sure people be held accountable for the things that they do. And I'm all for people making money, but not on no lies, not on nobody's freedom, not on nobody's life. No, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to lie about your age, and your parents get to lie, and things don't go their way, and now you want him in jail, and you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. Also, yeah, we need, and then, you know what? I think that, I'm a registered Democrat. I am. I'm in the city of Detroit. It was I'm in the city and state where the auto rules everything, and that's a Democratic city and state. But I know that the Democrats did this, and they're behind this with many others. And I didn't vote Democrat last election. Okay, I didn't vote Republican, but I didn't vote Democrat. And I'm open to say that, you know what I mean? But I will vote Republican before I vote Democrat if somebody brings in some better stuff. I think that Biden and Kamala need to be one term. Personally, just like everybody got Trump out, they need to get them out. They are causing too much division with the LGBT, heterosexuals, injustice. They're doing too much. Heterosexual men are under attack. You got your vice president that was at a Time's Up rally. I don't think that anybody who is an elected official or official for the United States should be involved in one-sided fights. Like, Time's Up. That's for women. You shouldn't be that way, because the people who they saying is a predator or manipulated them, you're their president or vice president too. You're their senator and everything too. They have a voice too. They have to tell their sides too, and that's injustice. So I don't think that she should have been at the Time's Up rally talking about believe women. You just called half the men, you just call all men liars. And I don't understand why any man, whether they're a Democrat or a Republican, will vote for her after she was at that rally and they saying believe women. That means you are a liar. That means any woman that say anything about you, you are an automatic liar. And I don't think men thought about that way. I think men who support that movement thought, I'm supporting her. I'm supporting her cause. No, bitch, she just called you a liar. That's what she said. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Ain't no other way about it. They calling you a liar. What they should have done and what their narrative should have been was to make sure that the police department investigate every damn claim, charge, and police report. Investigate everyone. They should make them do their job instead of putting a personal opinion. Because a lot of the victims were saying that police was talking them out of it or wasn't believing in it. No, you cannot give no advice. Just like when you go to the courthouse, they say they cannot give you legal advice. The police cannot give advice, regardless of how insignificant they believe the report to be. They must investigate. They must. And even if, and they need to ensure that even if an arrest is not made, it will stay on file and we're going to have them for life. They could have did something like that, but just to say believe women and all men are liars, don't go to the police, go to the social media, that needs to stop. We have paid so much money in taxes for us to have a government, for us to have laws, rules, and regulations, for them to change it and just to go to social media to turn the world against you. I find that to be problematic. We need to really stop them going to social media. It needs to be against the law to say a crime happened during social media before investigation. That's slander to me, because that person has a right to fight. You know what I mean? Until then, that's what it is. But they didn't do that with R. Kelly. You know what I mean? Like, they just slandered his name, dragged him through the mud with all of this, and then have a trial and think it's going to be fair now. It's not going to be fair now. Everybody's seen Surviving R. Kelly. They go lie and say that they didn't just to be on the jury, because to say that they was on the R. Kelly trial. When you ask questions, did you see Surviving R. Kelly? They already knew who they sitting up there being a jury for. They already know. Because you wouldn't be saying, did you see Surviving R. Kelly in the Bill Cosby situation? So when you ask me these type of questions, as a potential juror, I know who you are picking jury for. And I've already have my mind made up. Okay, so Angela Harden, she said this. And we have to be realistic. She said this. I'm a registered Democrat, Angela. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, the people in there now, because I'm the same as you. I seen Trump and I'm seeing Biden. Now, if I had to weigh the shit on the scale, it would be a red pill. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you see this blue and you see me got on red. So it will be a red pill. And let me tell you why. And just hear me out. Because I know you, I got the chat stuck on your comment. And she said this. And it's a good argument, Angela. It's a really good argument. Angela Harden said this. She said, so many people on here is saying they are voting Republican, even if that former moron was just in office. Y'all must have lost your mind. That man don't care about black people. Let's get real. Well, Angela, and that's the narrative that people say. You know, we all, it's good to say that he don't care about black people when he had black people riding with him, right? It's good to say he don't care about black people. Before he was president, black people was loving Trump. They didn't want him to be president, but they was loving Trump. And then next thing you know, they say, well, he racist, right? They say that he racist, okay? And they say those things because they want to paint a picture, okay? And to be honest with you, all, we all are prejudiced in our own way, okay? We all are. People who think that they're not, okay, it's crazy. That president that you said is racist, he didn't have to do this. This is Kwame Kilpatrick's prison pose. He's the former mayor where I reside in Detroit. And I'm not saying he didn't do a crime, but what I'm saying is the time was too excessive for the crime. You don't get 30 years for this type of shit that they said he did. People who killed someone did get 30 years. That was just ridiculous. Okay, because they wanted all that money. He left out of there giving this man clemency. President Obama didn't do it. He did. He gave some other black men clemency. He freed Cynthia Brown. These are black people that were incarcerated. And your Democrat didn't do it. And let me tell you something. Before you sit up there, because I don't see the chat right now. I got it held at a certain spot. When I click that arrow, it's going to show up to where y'all talking about now. 3-4 years ago, you couldn't tell me anything bad about the Democrats. Angel, you couldn't tell me anything about the Democrats. You couldn't tell me nothing wrong about the Democrats, being a registered Democrat myself. Being in the city where we make automobiles, you couldn't tell me anything that the Democrats did wrong. But here is my take. We all have lives. You are the president for everyone. Everyone. Blacks, whites, woman, man, LGBT, everyone. You're the president for everyone. You don't get to be the religious people. You don't get to be the president and the first thing you do is go on tour for one community, which is the LGBT. You going to all these countries to make sure they support this movement and saying that if they don't, you're going to sanction them when they try to bring goods and services over here to this country. You don't get to do that. You don't get to impose on people's beliefs. You don't get to do that. You're not just the LGBT president. You can support them all you want to, but you are people president. You are the president of you're not even the president of just black people. And the black people have supported the Democrats for many decades. And we have supported them in the heights of all these police brutalities and killings. And yet, whether it was Republican or Democrat, the Democrats still came in office saying what they were going to do and didn't do anything. Once they got in office, they did not do anything for that. They didn't do anything for black people. This President Biden comes in office and do everything for this community and told black people he wasn't giving them no reparations. Well, we don't know how to do that. I don't understand how you not know how to do it when you just went around the whole tour, told Africa, tried to tell them they need to accept gay rights. They need to accept this and they need to accept that. This is what you did. This is what they did. But if you are black, he didn't tell you ain't getting no reparations. Ain't working on it, ain't thought about it, said fuck you. And we've been the people supporting this party longer than the LGBT. And they got more rights than you. They got more rights than you. He did not go around to all these countries for your black ass or my black ass or everybody black ass in the chat. We ain't just been Republicans. We seeing what's going on. I told you I'm a registered Democrat. We have been. We have been stupid for a long time for the Democratic Party because we believed that they were for us. But if you really look at it, the leaders who fought for us were not Democrats. They were Republicans. Your Malcolm X, your Martin Luther Kings, they were not Democrats. They were Republicans. So I don't think that it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And Ice Cube still waiting on the meeting with Biden. The Republicans was willing to talk to him off the rip. So it's not that we are black Republicans. We seen them say F us in the last year. They said screw us. And we see it. Like, dang. We've been the party that supported you, but now that they got the LGBT behind them and they came up with more money, they like, we don't have to support the blacks anymore. We don't have to use them as a campaign tool anymore. So I don't want the Democrats to use us as a campaign tool anymore. I don't want you to tell us what you're going to do for the police beating us, the disrespect, beating us and killing us. And I don't want you to do that anymore because you proved what you were about, Biden. Kamala Harris, our black men, she put more black men away than anybody when she was a prosecutor. These are... when I learned about the Democratic Party, y'all, was about 2.5 years ago when I started this blogging and I started doing covering the R. Kelly situation after surviving R. Kelly. Some of you who've been rocking with me forever was with me during that time. And I did a breakdown. And I was so shocked that it led it back to the Democratic Party. I was shocked as hell. You think this the party I'm part of? So you're not hearing it from a Republican telling you about the Democrats. You hearing it from a Democrat telling you about the Democrat. And that's one of the reasons why I ain't changed my party yet. Because I want people who believe that the Democrats never doing no wrong because we black and we supposed to support it. I'm in Detroit. You can't get no more Democratic than this. This is the home of the automobile. I don't care if you buy a Benz from Germany or anything else. They get the blueprint from us. Every foreign car get the blueprint from Detroit. We are the home of the automobile. Even in the midst of all these casinos here now and everything else, it didn't take away. When you see them guys in California pimping out them cars, they always give shout out to Detroit. They always fly a mechanic in to Detroit from Detroit. You can't get no better than that. When you see all these car shows all over the world, they get the blueprint from us. No matter what you driving, I don't care if you're driving a Ferrari. The blueprint, baby, came from the Detroit area. So I said that to say that you can't get no more, you're not more Democrat than me. The unions are Democrats here. They did not have to even fight for a right to work state anymore because so many people was Democrat. Like a lot of companies wouldn't even invest in Detroit because you had to be part of a union. They are union strong here. They ain't shit too much anymore, but they are union strong. The union are, if you have a large company, the union are going to infiltrate. If you are big, they coming. So I said that to say, I know about the Democratic Party. And if it's going to be anybody you should trust, shit, it should be Spittinfire on that point. I'm trying to tell you. Now, look, I'm speechless, but I was floored when I seen what it led back to. Like, oh my God, this takedown is by the Democrats. Oh my God. Like, they sold us out. They sold us out. You have to understand that the Ku Klux Klan is normal Democrats. They were normally Democrats. Diane, I'm with you on that, Diane Thomas. I'm with you there. I said, but if I did have to, Diane, I'm done with that blue pill. You can't tell me I got to change my clothes with somebody that don't have a vagina with me. You can't tell me that. Like, I don't have to be a part of that community. This is my body. I was born with this. You was born with yours. And I'm not preaching hate. I'm just saying this is the comfort of my own self. Why do my body got to do with them? If I'm in the damn dressing room, I can't even sit up there and go shopping in a brick and mortar anymore because it's unisex. Because people want to feel like they're a woman. What you feeling like a woman got to do with you changing clothes next to me? My womanhood ain't got nothing to do with me changing clothes next to somebody. And I've had this arguments with many people. Making restrooms unisex. And okay, but goddamn, I don't want to be in one stall with my feet facing outward because I'm sitting down on the toilet while somebody feet facing inward because they standing up. I got a problem with that. When I'm in the privacy of my own comfort, you can't get no more private than using the bathroom, taking a shower, changing clothes. That's your personal privacy. I change clothes and my husband changed clothes in front of me. I change clothes in front of him. We're married. But at sometimes I change clothes even without him. That's your personal. Like, that's your personal space. You don't get to intervene there. Even if they is part of the LGBT community. You got your own personal space. Why you trying to what? Like, why are we even having this discussion? I don't understand why we even having this discussion. They want to get away with the boys department and the women's department. They want it to be all one. Who gonna go through the damn rack? Oh, this is a man's shirt. Oh, this is a dress. How the hell you supposed to? Y'all gotta stop with that. And see, sometimes you gotta sway another way to get what you want. And I don't think nobody black should vote Democrat this time. After he said what he said. He wouldn't meet with hi, thank you, Kwame. He wouldn't meet with Ice Cube. Okay? Talk about some wait till after the election. So you want to get what you want to get. Then when you got what you want, you ain't even met with him. You ain't did a goddamn doggone thing. I'm not doing it. And you can't get no more than me. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that there. I'm tired of giving them something and they tell me, F me to my face. No. Motherfuckers need to fight for our vote. They want the black people vote, they got to fight. They got the LGBT and they got them and they said, fuck us. Okay, well, we can show you. I don't think no black churches, I don't think nobody should sit up there and endorse any political candidate. I think you should keep your money and your ties to that pimp you got in the pulpit, okay? He been pimping forever. That's all right, because God used anybody to show you the word. The word ain't for your pastor, it's for you, okay? So we still need that pimp in the pulpit. All right. Good morning, Kwame. Good morning. Good morning, Brooklyn. Good morning. You see what I'm saying? We need that. And I'm not doing that. I'm just not for that shit. I'm not. We don't need that. Our black men getting railroaded in the court system. I got the transcript, y'all, of R. Kelly's trial. I got the transcript. How the hell you changed the charge in the middle of a trial? Nobody know that shit. What? Where they do that at? His attorneys did a good job, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. He debunked all of them, all their lies. When they came back with that verdict guilty on all counts in less than 9 hours, these were people who already had their mind made up. They were bought. They were able to go home. I don't trust that. I don't trust that at all. I don't trust that at all. Yeah, I don't trust that at all. That's some bullshit. You see what I'm saying? We just need to sit up there. And I think what we need to do is we need to sit up there and reevaluate ourselves as Black America. They do. We need to. Like, it ain't, and Kwame, shout out to you with the coding in schools. I can go around, and I said I was going to do this just because you inspired me to do that. I said that I was going to go around to all the schools and record all the schools that are closed in the city of Detroit. I think if they still standing, because sometimes they done knock them buildings down. But I'm going to do that because they want to uneducate you. They molding you back to that plantation. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you, they molding y'all back to that plantation. And you're going to have a new master. They molding you back to that plantation. They want that red, white, and blue flag. They want that to be the rainbow stripe with the stars. That's what they want. That's what they trying to get. That's what they working on. I already told you. And what do they need to do? They need to get the heterosexual men out of the way. The masculine men out of the way. If you got the R. Kelly's who's a heterosexual man, what do you do with a heterosexual man? When you want a man you want to defame his character, what you do? You call him gay. They using that as a tool, and then if you say it, it's hate. That's a blade they cutting both ways with. If they want to take down a heterosexual man, they would sit up there and use it as a tool. If he ain't wearing no dresses or nothing like that, they'll say he gay. He mess with little boys. Ain't never been no history or no rumors about R. Kelly with no goddamn boys. Ain't never been one to this goddamn trial. Ain't never been one. Now all of a sudden they found 2 damn John Doe. I said, so what is these? These the John Does that didn't work with Michael Jackson, so you threw them over here. And y'all fell for the shit. He messing with little. You ain't never been no goddamn rumor about that. Then they said he messing with 13 and 14-year-olds. Well, all of them was grown. They testified in court. They 17, 18. Oh, I was 17, but I lied and told them I was 18. The mamas and daddies lying about their age so he can be with them. And now, yeah, it's still his fault. We want the mother to go to jail. The girl testified, said her mother was pretended to be her. Kwame, I need you to understand this. I have the transcript if you want it or whatever. But injustice is injustice. The mother, young lady, took the stand in R. Kelly's case, said that her mother pretended to be her. R. Kelly asked her about the age. She said 18, took her across state lines for her to be with R. Kelly sexually. Why would you need to pretend your daughter If you the mother and you supposed to take her to be an audition, why I gotta pretend to be her? I'm her mother. She underage. I'm right with her. Why we gotta be at a hotel instead of a studio? Because it was a setup. You told him you was 18. He thinking he kicking it with you. You showed him a picture pretending to be your daughter in a lewd dressed way or a provocative way. And yet it's his fault and not hers. So if he got to go to jail, the mama should go too. That's the Mann Act. You took her across state lines to be with somebody that she claimed that she was underage. So we got a petition. I appreciate it if y'all sign it. Men are not only predators. Women are predators too. You're not going to tell me all my black men are predators. You're not finna do that. And it just broke my heart when I seen when Kwame did a video a few months ago said that a girl tried to lie on him. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. See, if they come at you, Kwame, I have to pull out my noon trucks and everything. And everything. They come out the New Edition boys, I'm gonna have to bomb somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm a New Edition fan. You come out any 6 of them boys, and I'm telling y'all, I'm going to jail. Y'all gonna be coming out some bail money. I'm going to jail. You gonna leave my Bobby alone. You gonna leave my Ralph. You gonna leave my Ricky. You gonna leave my Michael. Okay? You gonna leave all them alone. Shit. I'm not playing. No bitch better charge their asses with no sexual assault. I mean that. Cause I'm coming to kick your ass personally. Now, that's all I got to say. You go leave my New Edition alone. You better not come after my New Edition. That's what I got. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Leave my New Edition alone. That's all I got to say. That part. That's right, Denitra. That part. Shit. Because they trying to come after these men. Them 6 men. You can't come after my Johnny Gill. I don't care what they say he is. You can't come after them. They untouchable. Okay. They the untouchables now. Just like the Clintons with they rotten asses. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. I'm just keeping it a buck. Trina Tina, thank you. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Mo Love Beauty. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it so much. Bobby Bolton, thank you. Thank you. Because I'm just saying, we need to definitely we need to evaluate ourselves. We need to take our power back. I don't think we need to have a big government. We lose power when we have a big government. I think we need to shrink it a little. Because it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you men. Cuomo was set up too. Andrew Cuomo was set up, y'all. Whether he a Democrat or not, they setting up their own. See, that's the part about the Democrats. They don't give a damn. They'll set up their own too. The women, these women liberations movement, they set them up. They put all the women in office, and then they said that he said, and then they have these conversations with them, and then they say, oh, he was inappropriate because it's believed women, right? She didn't say she initiated the conversation first. See, they initiate these conversations to pull the men in. So what I'm going to need you men to do, when these women have these conversations with you and they try to tell you about what happened in their past, you don't want to hear it. Go see a counselor. That's what I'm going to need you to do, because I'm going to need you to protect yourself. I don't need you to make her comfortable talking to you, and then you get too relaxed and you talk to her, and then she can come back and say some things that you were inappropriate with her when she initiated it. She crossed over that professionalism to casual. You get what I'm saying? So, if it's a professional setting, I don't care how pretty she is. I don't care how big of a butt she got. I don't give a damn nothing. You keep it professional. She tried to get to tell you about her ex-boyfriend, get some help, and walk away. You don't want to be no. Nope. You understand me? No way. And if you are a man that's a celebrity, Kwame, and all you, I'm going to need y'all to date up. I care about y'all. I'm going to need y'all to date up. When you got something to lose and you gonna be in the limelight, you date up. And what I mean by up, you date a woman that got her shit together, that got a lot to lose, got plenty of money, don't want to be in the limelight. You date up. That keep your ass out of shit. Don't date the average working class woman who, you know what I'm saying, you got more than and you her prince. And you her shining knight in armor and y'all run off. Those days of run off into the sunset is over with. Cause she gonna want your treasure. She gonna knock you off and take your treasure. And all she got to do is claim you abused her while you was with her or raped her or anything else. But a woman who is a CEO of a big company making 7-8 figures and she doing the damn thing, when it ain't working out, she gonna go on by her business because she's a boss bitch. She don't need your shit. You need that type of woman. You need a woman that don't need your money. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. To save your asses, I'm keeping it a buck with you. I'm spitting that fire on y'all. That's right. Y'all know when I'm spitting fire. Y'all need to make sure y'all date up. I know she pretty. I know she got a banging body. I know that. But that motherfucker make the regular salary like every other woman. And you can't afford that. Because when it break up, for whatever reason, she gonna be scorned. You a public figure. All she got to do is put that shit in the media, on social media, and everybody go believe her. That's all she got to do is put it on social media. Everybody go believe her. They can rock with your ass for 2-3 years on these YouTube streets, and as soon as somebody come out and charge you, oh, I believe her. Next thing, they want to suspend your social media account. You spend your pension from the NBA, spend your this and spend your that. When I say I'm for men's rights, I am. I care about y'all. They not, and our women, we got to stop taking our men down for money. Get your own damn money. Get your own money. That way you can make money, he make money, and y'all build together. And if it don't work out, you still got your own shit and you still a boss bitch and you keep going. Don't play victim. Playing victim is not cool. It's not fun. It's not sexy. That's weak shit to me. He was abusive. Well, you know what? There is gun training on every damn corner. Go learn how to shoot. Go take some self-defense classes. Go take some, not just because you got an abusive person, but for yourself if you feel that weak. Because I just think that that's just too weak. I don't do with all that violence, and I don't get with all that. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not finna be the one to always be going to the police and crying victim, and he slapped me, and I'm a weak woman. I got a 40 goddamn handgun in there, Smith & Wesson, and it'll do a job. It would do the job. I got a Glock, it'll do the job. Put your hand on this temple, and you will find your ass leaking. Now, that's just the bottom down line. That's what way it be. My husband and I had some issues, but he never put his hands on me. Because if he did, he would be in a stretcher. I don't play that hitting. I don't. Under no circumstances. And I want you women not to play no hitting either. Defend yourself. So that way you won't have to be on social media sounding like a weak bunny. And you won't have women like me saying you're lying. I'm just keeping it real with you. We not that weak. We smart enough to knock y'all out and take y'all positions like they did Governor Cuomo. We not that damn weak. Don't let them think y'all thinking that we are. We not. We some thinkers. We best at manipulating. We are the best at it. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make no sense. I don't put my hand on you. You don't put your hands on me. I don't do anything I don't want to do. And you don't try to make me do it. And we can have a discussion and conversation about it. But these women today, they playing weak. Even in the R. Kelly situation, they came and went when they want to. They testified. But you initially said y'all was hostages. Nobody's talking about that shit. That shit didn't even come up in the court. We followed this shit thoroughly, y'all. We not no fans. We followed this shit. This is some injustice. You told the whole world y'all was hostages. Then testified under oath. No, we can come and go when we wanted to. I was like, wait a minute. I'm reading this damn transcript. I'm like, what? That's not what the hell y'all said. That's not what y'all said on Surviving R. Kelly. Y'all said y'all had to pee in buckets and shit. Oh, no, we had bathrooms. Really? He was giving us $5,000 a month. What victim get $5,000 a month? Shit. Kwame, are you a bad man? You giving out $5,000 a month, Kwame? Shit. I need $5,000 a month. When they testified that he was giving them $5,000 a month, I was like, what? Oh, he gave us $5,000 a month and then $10,000 to go shopping for each other. Now, mind you, it's about 5 or 6 of them. So if he's giving you that's $30,000 between all of y'all. Okay. And look, if I was the women, I'd have knocked all them out the way so I can keep the $30,000 to myself. Shit, that's all you had to do. I would have just did that. He gave them money to go shopping with each other. Oh, but he starved them. So you mean to tell me with your $5,000 you ain't go buy you a sandwich? This is the shit that they said he guilty all counts for. And that's a federal crime. This is the shit. They said that he cussed up somebody out and was beating them. Okay, well, that's a domestic violence charge at best. And that's a state charge. But you didn't say she stole $100,000 worth of goddamn jewelry. Well, that probably would get your ass whooped that day. That probably would. I don't condone violence, but that probably would get your ass whooped. That probably would. That's a good indication of an ass whooping right there. $100,000, yeah, that's about the type of money I will whoop your ass for. Yeah, I'm quite sure I will go back on my word, and you steal $100,000 from me, I will kick your ass. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I will beat your ass too. Yeah, I will slap you up and cuss your ass. Yeah. Yeah. I would. Yeah, y'all laughing, but I would. Shit, I'll be on the jury and they was like, he beat up, like, oh, he guilty. But it was $100,000 worth of jury. Oh, well, then that's why you got your ass whooped, girl. That's, yeah. He was giving you money and you stuff. Yeah, that would get your ass whooped. That's one of them ass whoopings where you should just took the $100,000 jewelry that you stole and you should have kept it and took that ass whooping and put you some ice bandits on it and be like, I don't give a damn you whoop my ass. I still got your 100G, nigga. You know, that's me. You know, that's just spitting fire. I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. I'd have an ice pack on. I'd be like, but I got 100G out that nigga. He ain't getting it back. I have an ice pack on my head like you ain't getting it back. Shit. Over my eye like this. You know what I'm saying? And be like, my mom be like, what happened? He beat me. My mama be ready to get the shotgun. No, mama, I got 100,000 out of him. Girl, you did what? Oh, girl, this all a heal up. Girl, let me go get you some goddamn cocoa butter. Let me go get you some cocoa butter, some ice, and put this stuff on it right now. Let me show you what to put on here. You put this on there right now. And put this on my eye right now. Put it on your lip right here. Put it right there. See how shining that is? See that? See how shining that is right there? See, you put that right there, and if it's blue and big, you put it right there every day. Every day, y'all. Put that right there, so because it'll heal. You know what I'm saying? But you still got that $100,000 though. But you put it right there, and then about 4-5 weeks, it'll heal up. And then you put your glasses back on like this, like, boss, bitch, nigga. That's how you supposed to do it, but they ain't do it like that, though. They ain't do it like that though. They sat up there, was like, I'm a victim. He beat me, he raped me. I got this Birkin bag, but I'm a victim. Like that's God. I'd be like, you weak ass bitch. Like, I just can't stand that. I just can't stand them that fakeness about what these women doing. What did I do with my top? I can't stand the fakeness these women are doing when it comes to these men. Just like even with the Bill Cosby situation. That old fake ass woman out there, and everybody fell for that shit. Let me tell y'all something, America. I'm gonna need y'all not to be so goddamn gullible. I'm gonna need y'all not to be so goddamn gullible out there. Now, I'm gonna need y'all to be smart. Y'all remember that goddamn woman in the Bill Cosby, when Bill Cosby was going to trial? Her ass was out there naked with fake blood, talking about rape all over her body. And everybody thought that was so dramatic, and the police was picking her up. Now y'all know they paid that motherfucking woman to do that shit. Why is y'all acting like that was a real? Y'all she naked, topless, with rape and fake Halloween blood written all over her. And the police and I'm not laughing at rape victims. I'm not. But I'm just laughing at the extreme of how people will go to push their narrative. The extreme that people go through to push their narrative. I'm like, she got rape written all over her body. He coming out the courtroom. She stretched all out on the ground. The police trying to pick her up. And the cameraman and the news making sure he caught that snippet. You ain't seen her ass since. Y'all ain't seen her since. Where she at? She ain't in the arcade. She ain't coming. Y'all ain't seen her since. She was paid. And they was paid to snap that picture and put it out there in public. And y'all believe that shit. Y'all believe all them people actually protest. Them ain't nothing but college students out there. Them college students out there protesting. I know because I was in college. And I know what they used to tell us. When they want to push a narrative and they want to support a cause and they get the colleges behind them, that's why Tarana Burke went around to these colleges. That's why these political campaigns go around to these colleges, because they're voting age, they're young adults and everything else, but you can get them to protest. These are college kids that be out there protesting with them, behind them and stuff like that. They don't even know what the hell going on, y'all. They just sit up there for the cause and everything else, because let me explain how it goes. What it goes and how it goes is this. You go to college, you're not doing well in your studies. You like, damn. You get certain professors in certain, curriculum or academics that they're, studying or teaching or whatever. Certain professors. You get the professors behind you. The professors are the ones who's teaching the college students. Well, there's always going to be several people in class who's not going to be passing their academic studies. There's going to be several of them. Next thing you know, you got a fucking D on a test. I'm showing you how this works. How when you see Me Too, Time's Up, they put the main people in the forefront, the key people. You notice that. They never in the crowd, because the crowd is the college kids behind them. They don't know what the fuck going on. These are just average people. These people don't have like an outcry of nothing. They just there because they get points. They get points. So let me tell you how it go. You get a D in your studies, whether you in law school, whether you going for engineering, business, you get a D. You failing, like, damn, I got a D on this test. My final grade, if I don't pull this up to a B minus, I got to take this class again. And this is like $3,000, $1,500, $3,000, depending on your school. My class, I graduated from Wayne State University. It was about $1,500 per credit hour. So if you got a 3 credit hour course, that's what, $4,500, $5,500, something like that. My math, I can't add that quick. I think it's $4,500. Yeah, $4,500 if it's 3 credit hours. Yeah, you got $4,500. So you're not trying to. That's a lot of money for one damn class. That's 3 credits. $6,000 if it's 4 credits. So they know you're not trying to pay that money again. So they say, and this is how they get you, because I need all y'all to pay attention to this shit. 45, yeah, that's what I thought, 45. Thank you, K-Baby. So this is how they get you. They say it's a rally. Like a Me Too rally. This is why she went around to the colleges, because she had the insight. It's a Me Too, it's a rally going on. And they're going to talk to you about what the rally is about. You're like, okay. But you're really a student, like, I don't give a damn. I was at a frat party. I'm hungover. I don't give a fuck about the cause like that. I need to pay for this class because I don't want to pay this shit again. I need to pass this class. I'm at a D. And my final is at a D. So he said, well, I'm giving 25 points who go to this rally and stay all day. You go to the rally. You sign in. Your professor may even be there. You sign in, you hold a banner, you participate in the walk. Whether they walking up the street, up Pennsylvania Avenue in DC, you stay out the length of time that's needed. You get your 25 points. So you at a 60, right? And you get 25, right? That puts you at 85. That puts you at a B plus. So you went from a D to a B plus because you participated in a rally that was worth 25 points. You had 60 points. So add that to your final score, and now you at a B plus. Yes, you have to do something throughout the year, but at the end, where this rally is going to take place and you partake in it, it counts towards your final. That's how they get you. If I wanted to pay someone to make a statement, to go out there, pay you $5,000, go out there naked, topless, write rape on you, do whatever, who go do it? Somebody go do it. And to make sure that the media take a picture of it. You ain't seen her ass since. And people think that shit is real because it's on the news. It's not real, y'all. You see all these people. It's not. The majority of the time when somebody real coming out, is to loot, is to riot. And it's when a public figure call for an outcry, like the Million Man March, Civil Rights Movement. When it affects everyone. But personal messages like this, you look at some of them protesters, go study how they look. You can tell they don't know what the hell going on. They hold up a sign like this. Bill Cosby, they was holding up signs. One woman act like she didn't even want to be there. She was like, you could tell she was paid to do that. Whether it was $50, $100, she was paid to do that. Stand right there and do that. For $100, I'd do it too. If you broke. You feel what I'm saying? It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. You guys have to do better. You have to do better when it comes to the media. Don't believe everything that's in the media. It's called programming. They program you. They program you. And we not going to no longer be programmed. You had us long enough to only step on us, incarcerate our men. A white woman went on a Guardian publication and said R. Kelly was the worst predator she's ever met, ever known. Now let's talk about that before I close out again. And I want this to make sense to you, to all of you. See, I'm not a surface level thinker. I don't want any of you to be a surface level thinker. We think better than that. So this white woman goes to the Guardian and said R. Kelly is the worst predator there is, or she's ever went after. Weinstein, there was 60 something accusers. Bill Cosby was 40 some accusers. R. Kelly was 6. They saw 45 people testified. They had people who worked for him, people who came in contact with him, but there was only really 6 accusers. He's the worst one. He paid them $5,000 a month. Bill didn't do nothing. Harvey didn't do nothing. Nobody else did nothing. He's the worst one. They got book deals coming out. They stories changed so much. I was lying this time. I was lying that time. I'm telling the truth this time. Who is going to say not guilty knowing that you on an R. Kelly trial and you go back to your community? Who would say that? If it's a high profile case, who would really say that though? Who would really say that? Who would really say not guilty when you got a community that think he's guilty because they listen to mainstream media and then you go back to your community? Who would really actually say that? Think about it. And within 9 hours, who actually say that? When everyone know you on this R. Kelly case. Who? Because I surely believe that they were paid. Make sure you guys support that Mann Act petition that's out there as well. It's in the link. Trina Tina has it right there. There's a Mann Act petition. Make sure you guys go out there and support it. Make sure you support, put Alice Clary in prison and Carolyn Dunham. Make sure you support those petitions. We got petitions out here that you guys have to push. This is your job. This is not ours. If you don't do it, we won't need to talk about it no more. We know how serious you is, and we know how serious you're not. We need to abolish the Mann Act. Well, first of all, it's not the man. You want us to believe that R. Kelly's whole career was to pick up women. So all those hits and all those people he worked with and made hits for them, that was just an illusion for women. We are the stupidest people to allow the government to do this to our people. We are some selfish people. We have been selling our own out for self come up forever. Since slavery, we still don't get it. We would sell each other out for some money, honey. We still don't get it. We're the only culture that do that. We're the only one that do that. The girl said that R. Kelly gave them herpes. They ain't even have to prove that in court that they got it. Just believe me. His test came back inconclusive on his shirt. Although a shirt with semen on it don't prove rape. Just prove a sex act took place. I've never seen nothing like this in my life. That you don't have to prove shit. You could just say it. This is what Harvey Weinstein attorney was talking about. And I understand what she was talking about. I get it. Free Harvey too. Free Harvey Weinstein. Free them all. If you are a victim, your story do not need to be inconsistent. The truth don't need help. Don't matter which way the prosecutor or the public push it. The truth does not need help. It doesn't. It's time for us to fight back. Save our men. And on one way that we're going to save the men from these feminist movements is that women have to fight. We got to fight the women to save our men. So you got some that's trying to put them away and some we have to save. I'm calling mothers. You have sons. You don't know what they're going to grow up to be. You don't know if they're going to grow up to be basketball players like Kwame or football players like T. Stevens or anybody else. You don't know what they're going to be. And you know the type of man you raised. Your fathers, you know what type of man you raised. So you just supposed to believe her because she mad at him? No, you better save your baby. You better save your baby. You better fight for your baby. If you got to go to Washington and have picket signs, you better save them. Save their future. You don't get to say, because I got a boy that, and if she say something, it's her, and he got to go to, no, save your sons. Save them. By all means, fight them bitches over your sons. Sign those petitions. And if you necessary, pack up and go to the marches. Save your sons. And how you do it? Your son is every black man. Not just the one that actually came out of your birth canal. It's every black man. Matter of fact, it's every man. Scratch that. It's every man. I'm not going to even make this a black and white thing. Forgive me for saying that. It's every man. White women, save your sons too. Black women, save your sons too. Forgive Spittinfire for saying that. I'm so used to the injustices that go on with us. It just comes out naturally being a black woman. But save your sons too, baby. As if women don't like sex. As if women don't hit on men. Please. We do the same damn thing. It's human nature. Do you see I go over to Kwame's channel? So many women be hitting on him. It's crazy. But yet, it's believe her. She ain't got to be accountable. My sons was killed. Well, baby, let me tell you something. In their memory, Ketas, in their memory, because you are a mother and you know what it's like to have sons. In their memory. That's what I'm saying. Save them. We cannot help sexual assault happens in the world to women, men, boys, and girls around. What we need to do is have stiffer laws. But we can't just believe women. We got to believe evidence still. We already have an issue with so many men incarcerated and DNA proven otherwise. You can't be inconsistent when you take somebody's livelihood. You can't be inconsistent when you take their freedom and their life. You can't be inconsistent. You can't be. And we need a law for false accusations. And that should have no statutes of limitations, because Once you tell somebody a lie and that person went to jail, they can't get that time back. Go to the police if you are sexually assaulted. Not the media. Not social media. Sky Zone in the building. What's going on, Sky Zone? Says I miss you so much. The Sky Zone has entered the building, y'all. The Sky Zone is in effect. Hey, Sky Zone. Sky Zone 10. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and support the Sky Zone. Oh, Basic Mom, what's going on, baby? Bobby Bolton. It's been a long time, Bobby. I think I've seen your name before, haven't I? Hey, Child, what's going on? Welcome back. Elizabeth Bell. Okay, baby, I got all my mods in the house. I miss you, too. I miss playing the music over there. I miss you. I hope you get that situation straightened out. I really do. I'm happy to see the Sky Zone. Travel the world, or what it do? Valerie, all y'all was in here. I was just talking and seeing y'all name. But you know how you could talk and see somebody's name, but you still in your thought. I'm so sorry for all of y'all who came in here and I didn't sit up there and acknowledge y'all. Please charge it to the game and not my heart. You know, thank you, baby. You know, I'm just so happy to see Sky Zone up in here. You know, a lot of the times we sit up here and we talk about R. Kelly and we talk about Bill Cosby and everything, Russell Simmons, all that. We have to make sure, you know what I mean? Me too. We have to make sure that these people know the truth. Surviving R. Kelly has Charlemagne the God in it. Do I need to say anything else? Surviving R. Kelly producers want you not to listen to R. Kelly music, but their documentary is on Netflix and they have Charlemagne the God in it. Give me them fire flames for that one. Surviving R. Kelly does not want you, producers do not want you to listen to R. Kelly's music. But they had Charlemagne the God in that docuseries talking about R. Kelly. What? What? They had Torrey in there as well talking about R. Kelly. Do y'all understand what I'm going with this? How are you surviving? Why is Surviving R. Kelly still on the streaming sites? Why are they still on the streaming sites? Netflix. You had Charlemagne the God in there with Tarana Burke that was in a documentary the same as Charlemagne the God, and this is her movement. We're going to bring that to the public. In the process of that, in the meantime, okay, we have some things that we got to talk about. Let me show y'all. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. I'm looking for something. Let me show you him. He was in Surviving R. Kelly. But they want y'all to sit up there and not play R. Kelly music, and he's on Breakfast Club, iHeartRadio, and all this kind of stuff. He can stay on air. Right? He can stay on the air. But R. Kelly can't. And she actually was 15. Right? R. Kelly's was legal. And they trying to say that they wasn't and lied about their age. Either way it go, they had to lie. Get what I'm saying? Look at him. He on the radio. The Breakfast Club. And now he got a new show. He make between $5 and $10 million a year, y'all. That's what they said. Why Gloria Allred ain't said nothing? Why Gloria Allred ain't said nothing? I'm just keeping it above. Why I don't understand why she didn't. I want y'all to marinate on that. Marinate on that. Because I don't think y'all get it, what I'm saying. About him being in a documentary with the Me Too lady. Huh? Him in a documentary with the Me Too lady who's supposed to be helping young black girls in the neighborhood. And they said something totally different. They said, well, we want to sit up here and we want to make sure that nobody play R. Kelly music, but we can listen to Charlemagne the God. We can listen to Charlemagne the God. I find that to be crazy. Take his ass off here. I find that to be so crazy. But let me... Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on. All right. So lastly, so did I spitting? Yeah, I find it strange. That's hypocrite. And I don't think the right people know that. And we're going to make some noise about that. Don't worry about it. We're going to make some noise. Oh, my haters in the house. Thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all keep hitting the down button for the haters. Okay. We got one more that I dropped. Make sure y'all do that petition I told y'all to do earlier. Okay. To change these laws about the courts and the judges being appointed. Put that on the ballot. That need to be on the ballot. All right. So we got another petition. Okay. We got another petition. And We got another petition. Turn R. Kelly up. That's right. Turn him up, right? Because the streaming sites are booming, and the producers of Surviving R. Kelly don't want you to play it no more. Well, you didn't say that when Charlemagne the God was in your shit, okay? You know what I'm saying? You didn't say that. So, let me see. Let me see. There. All right. So now we got another petition. And I just dropped it. And it reads as follows. It's not going to show on the screen, but it's reading as follows. R. Kelly has been in the limelight for more than 30 plus years. After trying hard to change his image, many scorned ex-girlfriends lied on him in a documentary called Surviving R. Kelly. Recently, we had a trial that not only was it unjust, unfair, and jury persuasion, it was open to the public to see. Transcripts during the trial proved these so-called victims weren't credible, and the jury was extremely confused by the judge proceeding rules. On Twitter, many believe that R. Kelly was railroaded, and the hashtag Free R. Kelly is trending. Producers want the streaming sites to be removed to remove his music, but they had a known predator in the same documentary, Charlemagne the God, speaking on a man at the time who wasn't proved to be a predator. Protect our rights to listen to what we want. We don't believe them victims for profit. So, make sure you guys support that petition as well. It's right here. I just dropped it. If you can't click on it from here, don't worry about it. It will be in my community post. So you will go to my YouTube channel and then you click community. I will be putting it up there when we get off live stream, and you can support that to make sure they keep his music on the streaming sites. Okay, because we're going to sit up there and we're going to put this to all streaming sites, and we're going to try to print out this petition to all radio. Okay, they don't tell us what to listen to. There's many men who committed crimes and they movies on the air, and they still playing it and everything else. They still did some things. So we can't do that. We're not going to do him like that. We not going to go out like that. You're not going to get all your way. We're not having it. So I just dropped this petition. I'm going to be putting it in there. I hope all of you support it. Okay? Because the Harvey Weinstein movies are still playing. Okay? Too many to take down. I like R. Kelly music. I'm not going to stop. I don't support the women. I don't have to. It's my right. Like Andrew Wyatt said. It's his First Amendment right to support who he want to support and believe what he want to believe. It's our First Amendment, and that's what he going to do, and he going to stand on it, and I'm going to stand by mine too. And I'm hoping you will stand by yours. So, thank you guys for listening to Spitting Fire. Thank y'all for tuning in. Okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm finna drop this petition. Make sure y'all go support.